Okay, Mr. Dwane Cates, what is your take? And let me just start by saying that he is very popular, it seems like, in the Arizona area. Maybe you could shed some light on that, if that's accurate or not. But what is your take overall on Mr. Donald Trump?
Well, he is very popular here in Arizona, and he's also very popular nationwide. And I think it's because he's different than all other politicians that have come before him. I mean,
Right.
There are schools you can go to learn how to talk in sound bites. You can prepare 10 answers, and no matter what question the host asks you, you can go, well, that's a really good question, and then talk about whatever you want. And that's what the politicians do. They have sound bites. They talk in sound bites, and they have their talking points, and they stick to them. And Donald Trump doesn't do that. He says what he thinks all the time. Now, you might agree with him, you might disagree with him, you might like what he says, you might not like what he says, but I think people are respecting the fact that he's just actually coming out and saying what's on his mind.
Yes, that those press conferences are anything but boring. At least a lot of people feel that it definitely makes the press conferences. Some people say much watch TV. Some of the comments are harsh. Some people feel, but they are based on reality, and there are a lot of truth behind everything he says.
There is a kernel of truth in everything. Now, I happen to like John McCain, and I happen to think that he is a war hero. But Donald Trump, by saying outrageous things, is dominating the headlines. I mean,
Right.
Every show you turn on, all you hear is Donald Trump's doing this and Donald Trump's doing that.
Right.
And every time one of the other political candidates is on TV, the first thing they ask him is, "What do you think about Donald Trump?" I mean, he is dominating the headlines.
Right, and it's not like Herman McCain with the women and Bill Cosby with all these women. It's just him being a jackass, for lack of a better term. But with the competition that he has, and with everything that you know now from this point, do you give him a shot?
Well, I definitely give him a shot, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, and they think he's a flash in the pan and everything else. Now, at some point, he may stick his foot in his mouth so far that he can't get it out, and he may just be, and it may be at the presidential debates, and Fox News is loving this because, man, that debate is going to be one of the highest rated presidential debates ever because everybody is going to tune in. And half the people are going to be rooting for Donald Trump to fall on his face, and half the people are going to be rooting for him because they like him. But whether you like him or you hate him, people are going to be watching him.
That's one thing that they always say in the TV business. Whether they like you or they don't like you, it's irrelevant as long as they're talking about you, and they are definitely talking about Mr. Trump. But
I don't care whether it's good news, whether it's good or publicity or bad publicity. Just spell my name right.